Our species has a unique drive and curiosity for the unknown. To explore but also settle in environments our natural biology was not accustomed to. Picture this: our ancient ancestors huddling in caves, carving out a meager existence with stone tools. Fast forward thousands of years and we built towering pyramids that touched the sky. We didn't stop there. The Renaissance brought us grand cathedrals and intricate paintings, a testament to human creativity and intellect. Then came the Industrial Revolution, where steam engines and factories transformed our world beyond recognition. And finally, in 1970, we launched Apollo 13 into the vast unknown, going into the most extreme of environments. From caves to cosmos, our journey is a testament to the indomitable human spirit. All along this journey, mankind has moved from surviving to thriving in new environments. The journey continues.
Happy 4th, everybody. Many of you are probably in the process of shooting off some type of miniature rocket that we call fireworks and flipping burgers, throwing back some drinks, enjoying some time with family. On this day, I wanted to announce the launch of my channel called STARchitcture. This is the world's first and official channel dedicated to everything that is space architecture. Look, I'm not much of a gifted personality. When you're seeing this is on a phone. We don't have a whole lot of equipment. We're just kind of starting off here. I'm also not naturally gifted in being an influencer or building up social media sites or being anything that I'm not. However, I am an expert in the world of space architecture. So bear with me as I muddle my way through this so I can communicate my channel to you, and then follow me as I can build up this and create a better form of consumption. But for now, this is what we got, what we call minimum viable product in the industry. In any case, I'm sure you have heard of the word space and the term architecture. But what is space architecture? You know, those two words put together. Whether you have heard it or not, doesn't matter. You're in the right place. And I am your host, Spencer, and I have spent most of my career immersed in space architecture. So what is it? Well, for starters, when we say space, the term space, it means outer space, as in outside of our planet, extreme environments, planets, suns, those sorts of things. Not the space around us, like a spatial enclosure, the esoteric term that can be applied to the definition of space. When it comes to architecture, that one's a little bit more tricky, and part of why this channel exists. And the modern world we live in, the term architecture or even architect has multiple meanings and definitions used across many industries. Even in the same industry, doesn't necessarily have the same definition. And so there's a lot of confusion on what does that mean. So here at STARchitcture, we are assuming that architecture means part of the built environment, which is the more traditional definition. So those that design buildings meant to be used as shelters, homes, churches, malls, etc. You name it. You get my point. So the term architecture, as the Webster definition applies it, and which I think how we would apply it, is the art or science of building, right? Specifically, the art or practice of designing and building structures, especially ones that are meant to be habitable. Okay, so if those definitions of space and architecture out of the way, what does space architecture mean? Well, if you Google it right now on Wiki, it is the theory and practice of designing, building, and inhabiting environments in outer space. So, architectural principles apply to extreme environments like outer space. That is space architecture as it's defined right now. I wish it was that simple. It's a little more complex than that, especially working in the industry. You'll find that it's not that clear cut. If you go to another space architect even, that might be a different definition. But that is what this channel is about, is trying to not only educate, but drive out the terminologies, if you will. It is also designed to explore, educate, engage, and encourage anyone interested in this sort of science through engaging content. So we do that through personal podcasts and interviews with the foremost experts on this subject. Also, we try to simplify educational complexity. So we offer educational lectures on complex subjects, so the average human being can understand what is the foundation, the educational foundation for what would mean to be practicing space architecture. Thirdly, we want to feature fascinating news captures because it's happening every day for the technological and political and policy developments that are happening in the world of space architecture. With all that, we will offer more. But for now, that's where we're starting, and we want to hear from you guys. What y'all? This is all organic, so we're going through this journey together. So we have some other ideas that we want to go out with, but that's where we're starting with those three things, and love for y'all to follow along. So our first episode, of course not including this one, this introductory episode, will be kicked off in just 2 days from now on July 6th. That show is called What is Space Architecture? That is where we interview our first industry expert working in the field of space architecture. Following those, we will be doing our first episode of Intro to Space Architecture. That's our educational series, where we explore the foundation of the educational background, as we mentioned earlier, for the practice and use of the term space architecture and space architect. Lastly, we will join you at 12 p.m. weekly on every Wednesday, what we call Weekly News at Noon, where we show where some of the latest news that is related to space architecture has been coming from and how it's developing. So you don't have to scour the internet to find it. So with that, I invite you to join us here at STARchitcture as we explore the exciting world of space architecture. And you never know, you might already know that you've been practicing it yourself or finding yourself wanting to practice it someday. If you're already sold on this idea, go ahead and punch that like, subscribe, and follow us on both YouTube and Spotify as we launch out into this world and into a new world, that is space architecture. All right, thank you.